Okay, good morning, everyone. Here, um, we'll take this time to update everyone, all of you, on a joint resolution that's being considered by the joint session of the Band Assembly. For those of you out there who are not quite sure of the term, years ago they had the RBCs, the Reservation Business Committees, and then when the band went to the separation of powers, that RBC was split into two branches. However, for purposes of carrying out things such as duties such as land leases, enrollments, there still needs to exist a body within Mille Lacs band government where all five get together and fulfill those requirements at those at the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe constitutional level. And here in Mille Lacs, it's called a joint session of the Band Assembly, and that's where the chief executive becomes part of the assembly, and it's still staffed, still chaired by the secretary treasurer. So a lot of you are aware that the Band Assembly passed a resolution last year mandating live streaming, and that was for Band Assembly. And because of separation of powers, we couldn't mandate live streaming for the other branch. And that's the chief executive who comes in from the executive branch. However, in the spirit of transparency and letting folks participate in, or at least view, for those of you who are interested, can view those proceedings. The staff here within the legislative branch has drafted a joint resolution, and it's a joint, and in that joint resolution, they establish rules for the joint session, and part of that is having live streaming of the joint session, and that's to continue that those steps toward making government. Our tribal government, more accessible to folks who are interested in that stuff. Okay, so this joint session that's being considered, and it was only at our last joint session last week. The joint session joint session number is 1904-1621, and there are some language in there that they're still kind of ironing out, and a lot of that stuff is, I think, minor, but as far as I can tell you all, that in spirit, the joint session will be very good chance, and I hope so, and I'll just say that it probably will happen that this joint session, the joint sessions will then be will post when they're going to happen, then those will be live streamed. So some of those items that come before the joint session are enrollments, and that's when the joint session of the Band Assembly actually passes and authorizes those enrollments into the Mille Lacs Band, and that list is subsequently moved up to the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe, and that's for enrollments, denial for enrollments, transfers, and things like that. So I'll leave you with that. I think that's good news. It's substantive in part, because now the joint sessions where folks will be able to see that part of the business will be able to live stream and archived where you can see that stuff happening. I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much.